What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Siren Frost, and today I'm giving you guys an update video to the Stoicheia deck, Venerable Stoeirhaja. I know the Ancient Silence in this deck here. I'm still going to be probably butchering that deck to smithereens for all I know. So there is more tidbit that I forgot to mention in my last video. I know it's been a very long time since I did this last video with you guys. I'm very sorry. And there's been a little bit more support that came out in the set 6 collection of... I think I forgot what set is... Dimension Transcendence, I think. I will have to double check that again, but yeah. So there's been a little bit more support in that set right there, and I've decided to upgrade the deck a little bit more into it. And as we know, I finally have the right information for this deck here, and there's also been 2 people that have been playing this deck in the manga version. So the 2 people I found on here, his name is Sanzou Kuranaga, and the other one is Jougo Kuranaga. So apparently the Kuranaga family is all a bunch of Stoicheia players, clearly. This is a great thing to know. It's a lot more easier to, get the names out there. And I can't go back on the information I saw before, but I think Sanzou Kuranaga is a current holder of Stoeirhaja, and the grandfather is Jougo Kuranaga. So when Jougo got probably a little too old and probably retired, he might have transferred the deck, gave the deck to his grandson. So I think that's probably what happened in the manga. I'll have to double check it in a later thing sometime, but that's what I think I can find out here. And I also can read the playstyle carefully this time, since I don't think I did that last time. So the Stoeirhaja line uses the Codex order cards, which, okay, I kind of figured that one out, which can debuff the opposing player like power reduction and drive reduction, making them more difficult to guard and to fight back. And of course, like any other spell, this deck here probably has a lot more tricks, and your units get more stronger based on that alone. So I think that's what we can agree on, that's what the deck can do, and it's kind of reminds me of Shirayuki in the power reduction department. So without any further ado, let's just hop into this video and start with the right deck itself. We have the energy counter for this guy here. And if you guys do see the glare right here, that's just my lighting. I could probably change that a little bit better, but I don't know. I could probably just move the angle here just a little bit. Let me get me 1 second. Let me see if I can change the setting on here, so we can have a better lighting, better chance, probably. Okay, that does look a little bit better. And we'll put it on, look, here's boobs. There we go. Okay, so that's just a little bit right there. So maybe it's a little bit better lighting. Maybe I should start doing this more often. Now, for the rest of the right deck, we have Udumbara Flower Banana. Anybody hear that song called Chicken Banana? Chicken Banana. It's like, that's the most stupidest meme, but it's so funny. So, yeah, there is that little guy right there. And you will see a little bit of still see a glare right here. We can just move right there. Maybe it's hard to see the color, but let's see. Then we also have the grade 1 Kusumamaia lamp for our grade 1. Grade 2, we have Luminary Gamga. I almost said Gamga for some reason, but there's Gamga. And then the main guy we have here is Venerable Stoicheia. It's a name of it's based on an Indian, I think a monk or a priest, but I think I'll have to look up what his references trivia he's referred by. So that's the only way I can probably remember. But yeah, that is the confirmed right line for this deck, and I'm also using the purple sleeves, which is from Mazanori's right deck here for Zorga, but I couldn't find any more other ones like that. Okay. And then for grade zeros, I do play my usual 4 heals, 8 crits, 3 fronts, and 1 overtrigger. Just because this deck, for me, well, actually not the deck itself, because everyone has their own beliefs about draws and their triggers, but I think this version of the triggers is what's worked for me. That's all it does. And now I play 4 Cheery support elf, so 4 heals, and then we have Peppery for our first batch of criticals, and then 4 Alanas for the soul ability, because I think this deck does require some soul. Let me look at him again. Okay, it's mostly with counterblasts. The grade 2 does use a soul blast, so we can still use that, but that's okay. 3 Frenzied Heiress for our fronts, just because we rely on a 20k shield already, and then we have Blessfavor for our overtrigger. Let's put that camera right there. There we go. Nice and pretty. And yeah, so that is the grade 0 lineup for the main deck. And of course, we do have the olive color for the green olive. I did give this to Zorga before, when the first Zorga happened, I think. So now I'm giving them to Stoeirhaja, just because it makes more sense of his color. And then for the grade 1s, we do have 4 copies of the new one, Giddy Prociphilus. I almost said syphilis for some reason, but this is not STD kind of deck. We're not thinking that. It's nothing but insect type decks, anyways. So it says on her, she's from the Set 6 collection. When you play a Codex Order, this unit gets 5,000 power into the turn. So she's just your little booster, little friend there. Pretty cute. I know I'm going to have to work on the lighting a little bit more, but hey, we got to start from something, you know. So yeah, that is the Codex, the first one here. And then the second one is from the Set 6 as well. It's called Affectless Puepuricenus. I can't, the name is going to be in the description box down below anyways, so you guys can pronounce that as much as you possibly can, because I'm too fucking stupid. When your other unit with the same column, in the same column as this unit stand, by the ability of your Vanguard grade 3 with Stoeirhaja in its card name, put this into soul, draw a card, choose one of your units, and it gets 5,000 power into the end of the turn. Okay, cool. Now, so let me ask you guys a question again. I just want to make double sure on something. Is column upwards or is vertical on the straight line? I gotta just double check, because you know now these decks are getting a little more complicated for me to understand, and with me being autistic and ADHD having a hard time catching up kind of thing, I just want to double check on make sure it's okay. So there's that. And then we also have 2 copies of Persist Chlorophorus, I think. This is from the Set 3 collection, so just 2 of this guy, and I do get the frameware versions of him, just because, you know, I'm trying to upgrade all my cards into frameware versions, but that's just give or take, you know. And then we have 3 perfect guards, which is Honeycomb, Thyreus, because this is technically an insect-themed kind of deck, so we might as well have nothing but insects. And of course, we have the Elementaria Sanctitude for the Blitz order, Final Sentinel kind of thing. So that is my grade 1 lineup. Now for grade 2s, we're only actually playing 8 grade 2s in this deck. 7 if I'm being honest here. Because the main focus is the Codex cards, so that's the grade 3. So maybe this deck revolves around more grade 1 and 3 kind of playstyle. You guys can argue with me about it if you guys want to, but that's just my 2 cents. So for the first one is 4 copies of Fly Over Vivartika, I think. Whatever you guys want to say that name. I'm sorry, it's gonna be all butchered to hell. The next one is actually from the Set 6 collection, so we're playing 3 of them. It's called Rueful Noble Devout. When this unit is placed on rear guard, if my Vanguard is Stoeirhaja in its card name, discard a card from hand, start your deck for up to 1 Codex card, reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. So I could play a max 4 of this one if I really wanted to, and maybe cut down on some of the Codex cards, because I don't think the deck needs to have too many Codexes, but who am I to say, it's just a good precautionary thing right there. So that is 7 grade 2s, and that's it for them. Now for grade 3s, we're still playing 3 Stoeirhajas for Persona Rideability. We're playing 2 copies of Hurtful Pompilidio. And then we're maxing out the 4 copies of the Codex cards, which is the Principles of Non-Self, so 4 of this, and the Principles of Unsatisfactoriness. That's Latin. Unsanctificatoriness. Satisfactoriness. Again, the name will be in the box down below. But yeah, this is what I just kind of got myself into. A nice little recipe. The list will be in the box down below, of course. And, you guys can talk to me about this if you guys want. You guys can have your own opinions about this. But this is how I kind of see how the deck might work in some cases. I think the main thing is you guys just gotta find cards that are somewhat important. And you guys can play generics if you really want to. If you guys don't like the full archetype idea. Because I like to play with decks that are very, very good on archetype style, because it just helps me understand the deck a little better, and if I want to play generics, I can play it another time. But yeah, that is the update build. I'm going to have to do it like this, sorry guys. That is the update build for my Stoeirhaja deck profile for this video. Post set 6, I guess, if that's the correct term to say, but we'll see. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being so patient with me so far. So if you guys have any comments or any questions whatsoever about the deck, some decks whatsoever, or which decks you guys want me to do next, I know I have 4 more to go that I recently updated finally. So about that. And if you guys want me to revamp or update any decks whatsoever, just let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, if you guys like the content I do create on my channel, please subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this deck or any decks what you have so far. And if you guys have a version build of this one, send me a deck list down below. And, help me guide me to building this a little more better. Because right now, I'm just going off about what I think is best and what's good for the deck, And anyways, rate this video, rate my channel, and all that stuff, and show some love for the channel. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys next time, and as always, I've been your host, Siren Frost, signing out.